Yeah, hi, this is Manveer. I'm a fourth year BTech graduate, and I wanted to talk about the impurities in petrol and the scam in petrol pumps. Actually, what happened was how I got this information. When once my car broke down, and I couldn't find the reason.
Where did this happen? Which petrol pump?
This happened near Brigade HP petrol pump.
Okay.
So I just filled in my tank and got the tank full, and my car stopped immediately after that. I couldn't figure out what just happened, so I went to the nearest car shop, and he told me that the petrol in my car was mixed with kerosene. So I got very angry. I went for verification. I went to consumer courts, but nothing happened, and there was no insurance for my car. So what I did was I went to various car dealers and petrol pump dealers to find out what was the problem. Why so much corruption in petrol? As it is, they are making so much money from the petrol pumps. So what I got to know was shocking. The corruption starts at the government level.
Did you go back to the petrol pump where this had happened?
I went back to them, but it was no help. They didn't tell me anything. I told them so they could give me any results regarding impurities in that. But I still bought a bottle of petrol pump from that petrol pump itself, and I did a test which I saw on YouTube, and I saw that the petrol came up and the impurities.
What test did you carry out?
It was a chemical test using ammonia on petrol. So the impurities settled down along with ammonia particles. I saw it on YouTube. I don't know the technicality of it. I just did it myself. I wanted to get on the bottom of this, and I even talked to various dealers about why they need impurities in petrol pump if you are making 2,70,000 per year.
How do you know that they make?
It's for the latest stats. Actually, the tanker which they have to order from the government agency or any private agency is ordering who's having a petrochemical company. They have a 12,000 liter capacity tanker, and they have underground bunkers of 20,000 liter tankers, and 6,000 on an average. And petrol pump does a business of 6,000 liters.
Did you get to know all this by searching through the net, or you have any source?
No, I had a source. I have an uncle who's a petrol pump dealer in Calcutta. He told me all this, that they have 6,000 liters is the basic outgoing of a petrol pump and of an average petrol pump. So after that, they need to fill in their tanks again, the underground bunkers. Actually what happens is, if we are taking 1000 ml petrol, which is around 1 liter, what happens is some of the petrol gets left in the tanker itself, and some of it gets evaporated in the underground bunker. So per 1000 ml, we just get around 978 ml as according to him, as per the stats. And
have you ever seen its stats on the official papers or reports, or just through the blogging?
Yeah, I've seen it on their official stat report.
Where did you see it?
It's actually when they buy the petrol from the tankers, they have to pay through demand draft, and they get a report. Okay, so per 12,000 liters, they are actually assigned 11,970 liters. Okay. And the rest 30 ml, it's taken as wear and tear, as according to the petrol pump norms. And but still, by doing this also, if the petrol pump dealer is not making any profit or loss, if he sells at the exact amount at what he has to sell, with the commission of 9,000 per day, which comes up to 2,70,000 per month, but he doesn't make any profit on that also, because he has to give haftas to the government employees and to the tanker drivers and all that, and he has to pay salaries to efficient employees. So without making any profit also, we are just getting 970 ml. And government doesn't have any efficient rule regarding this.
So how do they exactly earn profit then?
So
You have had any other experience?
now comes the money making tactics. What they do is they infiltrate the petrol with kerosene or other agents like maybe methane. Sometimes they use ethane and sometimes butanol oil, and sometimes they mix it with diesel or other lighter, cheaper products with petrol, so that the amount could be increased. So for say, it's even said that in some petrol pumps, my uncle told me that in his petrol pump they infiltrate around 4.95% of diesel with petrol, which is not allowed, but he told me the stats. I cannot reveal his identity. But in some petrol pumps it may even go higher. They even infiltrate the petrol up to around 30% with other reagents, and which can actually kill the life of your cars and all that stuff. It's actually a fraud.
So
It's
coming
a
back
scam.
to when you suffered through this, did you try to go to the police and do something about it, or to the petrol pump, or did you try to
Actually,
contact with the chief controller of explosives?
Okay, I tried communicating with the police, but it was no use in Bangalore, as you all know.
Why? What did they say?
It's like they said that it's not our problem, you need to go to consumer court. So I even went to consumer court. I tried it online because I was short of time. Online I didn't get much of a response. They said that it's normal wear and tear and you have to bear with it. But as I responded that the normal wear and tear is 30 liters on a 12,000 tank. But I'm talking about the infiltration in petrol. So there was no response from them. I even went to a consumer court to fight on my case, but no one agreed to take up my case because they said it's a very small case. But I lost my car because of that, and what can I say?
Have you known other people who have also gone through this?
Yeah, obviously, if you have a car, normally if you are putting kerosene in large amounts instead of petrol, obviously your engine will give up after some time. Now or never.
Okay.
So you can say if the life of your car was around 10 years, it will come down to around 7 or 8 years, or probably lesser. If you're having a costly car, an Audi or something like that, it will come even lesser.
Are there
Might come
other
down to
people
3,
you know
4
who
years.
have gone through this?
Yeah, I've known other people who have gone through this. I have my friends. That's why we lodged a complaint together that this can be checked upon. But there's nothing we can do about it. It's like they say that how would we make profit, and they are making lakhs and lakhs out of it. Petrol pump dealers. It's like an healthy business. You just open one petrol pump and it's like your annual salary is in crores. You don't have to do anything.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say?
I would just like to say government officials can dig deeper and there are more petrochemical norms about it.
Why didn't the people of Bangalore hold a protest, or maybe you and your college friends would have done that if you have all suffered
Because
through
this
it?
is an issue which everyone knows. Everyone knows that there are impurities in petrol. Everyone knows that we don't get a full tank when we order one. If you give 500 rupees for around 2.76 liters petrol, you only get around 1.78, because they say that it might have been evaporated, but it's not the case. They calibrate their meters according to that only, that you will get only that much amount of petrol, and no one wants to raise voice upon it. It's like, it's good for us, it's working for us, why we need to bother ourselves? It's like that only.
So why don't people, like you said that you had taken petrol in a bottle, if you could have taken petrol in a bottle and you could have measured it as well, why didn't you do that? But it's not possible every day.
Yeah, it's not possible every day. Actually, petrol is a necessity. So we cannot just, go and check every day how much they're giving us, how much they're not giving us. If we can lodge a complaint against one petrol pump, the other one will do the same thing. We cannot stop all of them at once, right? We just need proper government policies and norms to stop this.
Is there any particular petrol pump company which does this, or it's just all?
It's petrol pump companies are not responsible because they are higher authorities. They just have to provide petrol to their franchisees, which are holdings of their franchisee holders or dealers. So the main corruption, the main impurities are put in by those dealers who have to make profit out of it, because if they don't mix anything with it, they won't get profit out of it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.